than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Come on, sit.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Lawrence picked by his former teammate at Clemson, Andrew Booth. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are. And let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the #1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Lawrence's throw hauled in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be taken at the 10. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
It's very simple to say. It's a tough spot to go on the road in the playoffs for any quarterback. But when you're a rookie, now you know you've got big-time pressure on you because he's shown that he's beyond his years throughout the season. He's played at a high level, and his team is very confident in him. But to go on the road leading your team in the postseason as a rookie, that's a whole other level.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Ball again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. First down, too. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Knox. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool. He looks calm. He looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. It looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
19 Tigers.
Looking to throw. Knox. And that'll be incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Opposite. Block it.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Lawrence on first down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Let's go now.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A toss left side for Hall. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Knox forced out to his left. And he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Play action. It's Lawrence. It completes it once more to Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Jacobs, 31 yards. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Hall on a give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Rolling to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's a give to Hall. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll go again with Hall. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A handoff for Hall. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Let's go now.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready? 10-10. Opposite. Block it. Block it.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And it was the Buffalo Bills who are moving on as they were able to eliminate the Cincinnati Bengals. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And you'll see they've continued to run the ball well. It's been a staple of theirs all year as they look to move forward in these playoffs. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ball again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This is Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Larson. And they're going to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
Ready, set.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Complete to Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Lawrence going to throw again. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Evades him at the 10. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. This one not in the win column just yet, but on the road is the 6th seed. They are close to pulling off the upset.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them. I'm like you. It's not over yet, but I'm going to go ahead and project here. Win this one. Think about the momentum now that you carry, right? You carry that forward. And look, home field's a big deal in the playoffs, but the really good teams, and we've seen it plenty of times in NFL history, they can go on the road and win. And a win here would allow them to do exactly that.
Of course, the road doesn't get much easier as you have to face the top seed next week, but they'll deal with that then.
Hey, they'll take this win and take on the top seed anywhere because they're still in the playoffs and still alive for a chance at the Super Bowl.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Knox. That's complete to McBride. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a first. Here's Lawrence. That's caught. It's James Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Again, it's Lawrence. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Block it. Alert. Check. Kill.
They go with Jacobs, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ball again on 2nd down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Hall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New England's offense set to go. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I'm ready.
And to throw again is Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch them.
Well, that's the 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. 30, 10, 5, And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.